Hey there, Bare Knuckle News fans. This is usually where I start talking about what's happening in the interview coming up. But in this case, with this particular fighter, well, I thought it would be best for you to listen to it in her own words.
I'm definitely going to come out and show her that this isn't easy, that this is fucking hard. And I called her out for a fucking reason. I said, this is your fucking next. If I said it too cute for her in the beginning, here you go, Paige VanZant, you're fucking next.
Hey there, look who's joining me tonight, all the way from California, the one and only Britain Hart, who has a super big fight coming up against Paige VanZant at KnuckleMania on February 5th. How are you tonight?
Hey, Susan. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you again. You know, you're one of my favorites, and I always love seeing you, and you do such an amazing job on putting your stuff together. So I'm just pumped to be here tonight. What a way to end Monday. So thank you for the amazing introduction. And yeah, happy Monday. And I think 20 days till fight night.
Wow. Thank you so much for your testimonial. You make me feel like I'm doing the right job. All right, we got to get into this fight because everybody's talking about it. Your manager, Kevin Smith, told me that you changed your training camp up and moved to California. Let's talk a little bit about that, please.
Yeah, I think it's kind of something at first I was kind of keeping down on the low, but I, you know, as time has progressed and, you know, things have been moving so great and like they should, naturally, I feel like it was kind of something that was going to leak out. Again, I've tried to do that whole move in silence, and I think, you know, this is a fight that the fans really want. This is the Britain Hart that fans are excited about, and I'm excited to include them on my journey, such as moving back to the West Side to California. So it kind of started with like, you know, Paige VanZant is all like this hot and whatever name, and she's down in Florida, American top team, and she trains with so-and-so, and she trains with and you know, it's really not about that, but it's like, you know, I have the abilities and capabilities to do that too. And, you know, I have this amazing team out in California that I met 3 years ago, and they have just been in my corner, like no matter what. They are like every fight, they wish me good luck and congratulations. They were super supportive, and they always said I had a home and a place to come out to in California when the time was right. And I, you know, life is so hard. You know, I was really struggling, and it's expensive to go to California, and it's expensive to make that transition, obviously, you know, with my kids being on the East Coast. But I felt like something bigger in my heart was kind of pulling towards that. So getting the Paige fight, I was like, wow, this is my opportunity to go out here, be with this camp that has been by my side for the last like 3 or 4 years, and give this, you know, elite legend coach, you know,
Yes.
you know, my best and everything I can give, because he's going to make me and transform me into something that Paige VanZant will not be able to handle. And that she's going to be in for just the brutest, biggest awakening coming to bare knuckle. So it's going to be exciting. You know, she goes to work with, you know, a Muay Thai coach or whoever, an MMA coach. And this is bare knuckle again, you know, which my coach in Virginia was amazing. He's helped me too. So he's super supportive. So back at Virginia, so there's nothing wrong there. He taught me to be a dog. Like that coach got the dog and the fight in me. Like he instilled that in me and my why and motivation. And now I'm being out in California, and I'm getting the, you know, the boxing that I'm getting is the technical, you know, surprise wow factor boxer that people are going to be excited to see. And my sparring partners out here are freaking amazing. The weather is amazing. You know, it's 75, 80 degrees. It's just the peace of mind is so much different than on the East Coast. So I'm around the best people right now. Everybody, not, you know, not that the people back home weren't amazing, because they were, but I'm still around great people. You know, no matter where I go, I attract good people. But it has definitely been an experience, and being out in California obviously is going to make me a different fighter. So I'm going to be a different Britain Hart coming forward on February 5th.
How will you be a different Britain Hart, by the way?
I guess people will have to order the Bare Knuckle, the BKFC app, or Fight TV and find out on February 5th when I shut down Paige VanZant's hype train.
I can't wait for this fight. I got to ask you, though, you're the taller fighter. What range will you be looking to fight Paige at then?
I really still think that this fight can go on two ways. I still I feel like I think what's going to happen and then kind of my gut feeling what's going to happen. So I'm prepared for both. So if she wants to get in and wants to go forward and be a dirty fighter and try to think that her clinch is magically going to do something to me, I'm ready and prepared for that. So that's great. And if she wants to bounce around, chicken wing in it and stuff, I've been there before too. So no hard feelings. Like, we all have to start somewhere. So I know she's, a baby and starting new at this game. But if she does that, I'll be ready and be able to handle that too. So the range I'm looking for, you know what, Susan, the range I'm looking for is to win. So whatever range makes me win is the range I'm going to be at.
Oh my God, this is going to be such a great fight. I can't wait. How does it feel to be the main event?
Gosh, don't even get me started. That's the number one thing I've been telling people. Honestly, I don't even want to live off of Paige VanZant's name. It's not even that I'm fighting her. It's the fact that there's a lot of things like big props and huge, high five to BKFC, because, we talk about women's sports and just being so, not being paid equal or not treated and not represented equally. And, they can say, oh, well, there's not a lot of female fighters. But, it really takes promoters and big time people to be behind women for them to get noticed and for them to get the recognition. And Dave Feldman is doing that. So I just want to say thank you to Boss Man Feldman for letting this and being behind two females, regardless of, who's going to win. But, regardless, he's having two women be the main event and headline. So for me, it's like, man, I feel like this tremendous weight and pressure, but like good pressure, that I'm representing females in combat sports and that I'm going to represent them in the best ability, that we are strong and that we can overcome anything and that we can put on a firework, an amazing fight that people are going to talk about for years.
Very cool. What a great upbeat and mental attitude you have going into the fight. Speaking of mental attitude, how are you dealing with all the hype for the fight?
You know what? I think that's part of the blessing in my training camp, and part of the reason why I'm out in California right now is because I have been so immersed in the culture here and the positive vibes that, I wake up and I run, I train, I do strength. I've been putting on like mad muscle. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm eating really healthy and good. And then I'm around good people and talking and being like, we're always talking about boxing or fighting or being active, or checking out new shops and talking to like different people in the fight game. So it's just been like, oh my God, this time, I can't even believe it. Like, it seems like it was Christmas yesterday and the time has just been going by so fast for me. But I have been so happy, like incredibly every day happy. I feel like, a new person. I feel like, when we go out and have our adventures between practices at fight camp, it just has me like in a new realm. I mean, it's just amazing. Like, I go to the gym and they're like, damn, Britain, like, I think, and they don't get tired of me yet. So that's good. But I'm just so happy. Like, I'm in a happy, good mood. I'm not worried. I'm not pressured. I'm not stressed. I have amazing sponsors for this fight. I mean, I'm so used to being the girl who struggles and had to sleep in her car and had to like go to the gas station and buy ravioli with quarters. Like, I'm used to that girl. And so to be out here and being able to train and be strong and not having to worry about working 12-hour shifts or have to worry about doing this or, a sick child and doing all that stuff, like, that's so hard and stressful. I am like really in a blessed opportunity and place that I could have not done on my own, that my sponsors are believing me and trusting into me to make sure I have this camp. And it's showing. And this is my payback and my thank you to them, that they can see me glowing from the love and support they're giving me. I get to glow back and show everyone I'm not scared. I'm not nervous. I don't have anxiety. And I'm happy. I'm in a good place and I'm really excited. I love my job. I'm excited for the place I'm at. And I'm really excited to show out for you guys on February 5th.
So, but why should Paige VanZant be afraid?
I think Paige VanZant really made a mistake by when I called her out. She came into the ring and looked me in my face and said, looks like it's going to be an easy fight for her. So I think right off the gate, she is not taking this as serious and she's thinking that it's easy. So again, it's just more of a point to prove and more motivation for me. And she doesn't realize how she fueled that fire. And by her putting that wood inside, basically to burn, I'm definitely ignited by that. And it was definitely the wrong mistake for her to do, to ignite somebody like me, because I'm someone who goes hard and goes full force. And if anyone knows me, they know that to be true.
We're going to roll that video of you actually with Paige VanZant. What was going through your mind when this all went down?
When I won, when I got into the ring, I was really just feeling so amazing. Like, I felt great. And there's so many emotions going through. But when I went up there, the announcer was like, hey, Paige is sitting ringside. Got anything to say to her? And I'm like, hey, she's here. I'm feeling great. Now I want to take on basically the whole women division, and she's right there. Why not? So she's fucking next. So I called her out, and it kind of, it was really just for me to be the best. And if she's going to come in, be in the face and being somebody recognizable in BKFC, I feel like I should go ahead and shut that down, because again, I'm already at BKFC. I've been there. And I think it's kind of interesting to show that, you can be UFC and you can be whatever you think you are. But at the end of the day, I'm bare knuckle, I'm BKFC, and I want that spot, and I want that to be me. And nobody can just come in and step in and think that it's easy. Big kudos to Dave Feldman for making this fight happen, because I think it definitely is one that everyone is going to find extremely interesting and entertaining, and nonetheless, but I think that they're really going to be tuning in to see, hey, does it go one round? Does it go 2 rounds? Or does it go to distance and what happens? So I think people are very interested, and the matchup stylistic wise makes sense. The whole fight makes sense. And it's a great opportunity, definitely for both female fighters.
So tell me, when fans tune in, what they can expect to see when you enter the squared circle against Paige VanZant.
Fans are going to see exactly what they want. They're going to see a Britain Hart coming out, a new and different, not a cutesy, I'm here, let's go. They're going to get what they want. They want a mean, determined, fierce Britain Hart. I'm definitely going to come out and show her that this isn't easy, that this is fucking hard. And I called her out for a fucking reason. I said, this is your fucking next. If I said it too cute for her in the beginning, here you go, Paige VanZant, you're fucking next.
You seem like such a different fighter than when we first interviewed you in bare knuckle. How have you grown and changed skill set wise as well as mentally since your debut in this squared circle?
No, I think someone already made me cry off of that one, because it's just like, they're like, man, Britain, seeing the transformation is incredible. Like, we interviewed you before, and just seeing this, I feel like anybody can find something great and good to find somebody having growth and growing. It's an amazing thing to witness and watch, and I feel like that's really what I'm doing right now. And that's why you see my slogans and my hashtags, here to rise. My fight gear is gonna have something like super awesome and special and meaningful on it, and it's not just for me, it's for everybody standing, that I'm standing and representing for, is that we can overcome and be anything as long as we really dig deep and stick in, hang in there no matter what, and rise up from the bottom, rise up from whatever, every day, you're here to rise, and having that attitude. And now you're seeing those flames where they really motivated me to go when I was at rock bottom. Now they're motivating me to glow and put off this light to be still even better. Because, we all have the opportunity and chance to get better every day. And if we're not, then we're dead, And so that's how you have to look at it. So for me, I'm just so blessed again. Look at where I'm at. I'm in California. I'm training on something that I've never been and done before. Like, this is an amazing chapter and next step in my life and in my career and looking forward. So, you're just going to see all that come to play. And I think that's, before you were looking at a lost, somewhat a lost girl that was trying to figure her way out and look to boxing to just save her, just to make her feel like she was alive. And now boxing hasn't just made me feel alive. It's actually made me like really alive, to where I can touch other people's lives and be great. Because before, I was just good when I was in the ring. Now I'm great when I'm outside the ring, which is just an amazing feeling, knowing that I have people outside the ring too, and that the ring isn't the only place to save me. So it kind of brought me closer to that. But yeah, I mean, and they say it's so cliche, but it's so freaking true. Healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit. I mean, all that stuff plays a factor. And now you're really seeing, before I had problems, I had an abusive boyfriend, I had legal problems, I had kids, I've had it all. I've gone through every problem, like every trial and tribulation you can have. I promise you, a lot of things I don't really like talking about, but I promise you, if you can think it, I have gone through it. Yeah. And, just to be here today, I'm not Susan. I'm not going through anything right now besides loving my life and what I do and fighting for it and fighting for this dream and knowing that I have purpose. And that's an amazing feeling to get to a point. Like I said, I'm not comfortable. I'm not settling. I'm not okay with where I'm at, but I'm still loving the life that I'm in because I know where it's going to go. And it's just getting clearer,
You do sound like a different fighter. You sound so much more relaxed and calm, and I can't wait to see you on February 5th at KnuckleMania take on Paige VanZant. Before we go tonight, is there anything else you'd like to add, Britain?
Really just this, thanks to you. Love seeing your beautiful face and how amazing and encouraging you are. Of course, we've mentioned Kevin Smith with Smith Brothers Combat Sports. My sponsors, again, I give them the hugest shout out because I would not be this great and glowing if it wasn't for you. Be-Led Organics, Fusion, CBD products, which I've actually been just drinking their sports water, which is so freaking amazing. Hit 5, Veteran Farms, Royal Kratom, Richie L. Tuck and Son Wood Products, and Afton Service Center. There's some people at home. But everyone that's been believing in me, I know there was a few back from when it really started, but there's a lot now. And I'm really going out here to prove and show everyone that, I'm really here to rise and I'm here to stay. And I found my purpose.
Before we go, I'd like to thank Kevin Smith from Smith Brothers for setting up this amazing interview with Britain Hart. And we will be there, fight fans, at KnuckleMania, February 5th, bringing you all the beautiful bloody action. I'm Susan Cingari, and remember, no one beats us to the punch.